Okay, well, I wanted to welcome everyone and say we're glad to have you here. Our speaker tonight is no stranger to us. It's Chuck Williams, KI7DG. He's 80 plus years old. He's got a couple of years on me, and he's been married 49 plus years to Carol. He enjoys mentoring new hams, rag chewing, contesting, and wallpaper. And when you go to his shack, there is no doubt about the wallpaper. Chuck was first licensed in June of 1970 as a novice WN6CTB. And you remember that the N used to be for the novice. He took the upgrade at the FCC field office in LA and received the call WA6CTB. When he moved to Okanagan, he upgraded to advanced and received the current call he has. And then he upgraded all the way with the 20 word per minute code test when it was still in effect. Chuck has done 3 seminars at the Spokane Ham Fest, the QSL game, logging programs, and working and busting pileups. He's a 40-year continuous member of the ARRL. He's got his pin for 40 years. He was the assistant section manager for Eastern Washington. And during the 100th anniversary of the ARRL, he was station W1AW-7 for 3 days in both February and November. And he's been a member of the Spokane DX Club for over 10 years. He's helped with ticket sales, and he posts our articles on our website. He was club log chairman, and at the last convention, he was the MC, many of you recall. And this topic is one that I don't know anybody that could pass him on this one. So at this point, we're going to turn it to you, Chuck, and I'll bring up your PowerPoint, okay?
All right, thank you very much, Mel, and good evening to everybody. Let me just kind of briefly outline here. What I'm going to be doing is probably going to cater more to some of the newer hams, but there will be information in here for the older hams. Everything that I talk about on awards, there's a page of links that's going to be posted with all of the awards and links for worldwide and US. Worldwide, there's something like 2,100 different awards that you can go after. I'm going to start with the national awards, then I'll move on into contests. Not showing you how to work a contest, but how to get awards in contests. And then I'm going to move on to state contests, special awards, and miscellaneous. So with that, I need to answer some questions that I've been reading on the web that some of the people have posted, and to kind of clear up some information. When not everybody uploads their log to Logbook of the World. That's a fact, and not everybody's required to. Not everybody's required to send a QSL card or make a contact. It just happens that way. And it makes it a little more difficult to try and get some of these awards. QRZ, you upload to QRZ, and the only awards you get from QRZ are what other hams upload to QRZ. And EQSL is the same thing. You can get EQSL awards, and the only awards you can get from EQSL are what other hams upload their logs to EQSL. If a ham doesn't upload his log to Logbook of the World, QRZ, or EQSL, then you're not going to get a match. You may not qualify for any of the awards under those programs. I upload all of mine to QRZ, Logbook of the World, EQSL, and Logbook of our Club Log. Now, Club Log, there are no awards there, but Club Log does provide a service that if you work a station, you can check to see if he uploads the Club Log, whether he's got you in his logbook, and that saves some time. Your collection will begin usually with the first QSL card, and then from there on, they begin to grow. And QSL cards can come in any form. Go ahead, Mel. I received a couple of home brew QSL cards. They are just as valid and just as good as a commercial one. Next one now. And no, back up. Yeah, the commercial ones. So the homebrew QSL cards are good. I kind of look at that sometimes, that the ones that I've gotten many homebrew handmade QSL cards over the years, and I usually figure that that's somebody that either couldn't afford cards or thought enough of our contact to make up a special card and send it to me. Go ahead to the next one now. There you see a collection of cards on the wall. Those are from every entity. They're in card holders. I have about 120 of those cards posted on the wall. And one of the things that you can do, if you don't get one of those folders, is this is the dollar store is a good friend. You can go to the dollar store. You can buy these photograph folders. They'll contain about 250 pictures or QSL cards, and it keeps them nice and neat. Cost $1, and I probably have about 15 of these folders full of QSL cards, as well as those hanging on the wall. There is another folder that you can use when you get to awards, and I'll show that a little bit later. Okay, let's move on down to the awards there now. All right. The first award that usually people get is the WAS Award. In the early days, the ARRL, this was what the WAS Award looked like. Very plain, simple award. At the time, it was kind of a, okay, I'll put it in a folder or in a frame and hang it on the wall. And these frames you can also get at the dollar store. They're $1 a piece. So it doesn't cost much to buy a frame, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 frames and hang them up on the wall. But then the ARRL got creative and their artwork really improved. And this is what the latest WAS Award looked like. Now, when I started getting these, that kind of sparked a little desire to, hey, that's a neat looking award. Just the artistic art of it. And that began my chasing for the awards. The awards, like, okay, Sweepstakes, that's one of the awards. That was another design that they had. Next one. There's another design that they had. So all of their awards, they got a different design and different setup for each of the awards. And that was pretty cool. But the DXCC award never changed. Now, let's go stop right there for a minute, Mel. On the DXCC and the States Award, if you have DXCC and the States, the odds are pretty good. You have overlapping contacts for other awards. For example, the IOTA Award, Islands on the Air. If you got DXCC, odds are pretty great that you have about 40 to 50% of the Islands on the Air Award. Islands on the Air Award is provided by Great Britain. You have to order their book. It'll give you all of the islands and their numbers, and then you apply for your award through them. Now, the outlet is in Seattle here, and you on the link that will be following this, you'll have all that information. So, and then besides the IOTA Award, while working on DXE and State, you get the CQ's WPX Award. And then you have the WAS Award, the Work to All Zones Award. And let's go to the award board there. There you go. Okay. So you have those awards. Now, on the WAS Award, a little bit of word, and on CQ awards. CQ is not exactly, how can I put this, prompt in getting their awards out. My WAS award, after I submitted everything, it was almost 7 months before I finally got the award. The WPX award was about the same, and we had our assistant director and a club member, Joe. We all had applied for WPX and had received them. And I finally sent an email to the president of CQ and asked him where the hell our awards were. And he assured me he'd get them out right away, and he did, and we got them. But that didn't work for the WAS award when I was going for the all zones. And they send out that award, and they weren't really thinking, I don't think. There's a little gold seal that you can see on the award there, up in the lower left-hand corner of that award. When they put that gold seal on, they only put half the gold seal on the award and the other half on plain paper that the award was on. So if you were to frame that award, you would need a frame the size of the DXCC award. What I did was I carefully peeled the seal off of the paper, moved it over onto the WAS award, trimmed it down, put it in a frame, and hung it on the wall. Took up less space that way. Just something to pass on for those who get their WAS award or expect it to come someday before you retire on Social Security. Okay, let's go on and move on to contests. And before we go on to contests and awards, I'd like to say something about superstations. Number one, to work contests, to get these awards, you do not need a superstation. One of our club members, and I'm going to use him as an example, Bob Rosie, W7GSD, he has nothing but a Cushcraft R7 vertical and an Alpha Delta dipole. That's what he's got. And he has worked and confirmed 308 countries. And he doesn't have a tower, he doesn't have a beam. And so you don't, it's patience a lot of times in working for these awards. Now on the contests, what you see on the wall there are some of the contest awards that I've picked up. In this last contest, the CQ DX contest, I don't know if everybody was aware of it, but there was available for you to have something like 42 different awards that you could apply for. Most people, they work the contest, upload the whole log to the sponsoring institution, and then go home knowing that they haven't not going to earn an award because they weren't that good. But let me tell you something. If you read the rules, and you see what awards that they are awarding, you then send your login in a classification that you feel that you have a chance to win an award. Do you need a lot of points? Not really. The Sweepstakes Award, that's right here. I got that award, and it says, single operator, high power, first place, Eastern Washington. My score, 24. So you don't need a high score. You just need to know what class to jump in to get an award if you're going to chase paper. And let's see, where are you at? Go ahead and move on to the next one then, Mel. These are some of the awards that CQ, they have 2 different awards. This is their DX award, and the next one is their, this is Germany's or Worked All Europe award. And go on to the next one, Mel. There's AWRL's DX award. There's the RIDI Roundup. So you can see that their artwork on all the awards makes it worthwhile to go after these, put them in a picture frame, and hang them up on the wall. I mean, I think they look pretty good. Okay, let's move. That takes care of the national awards. You pick your class, apply for the award, and get it. Now, you're probably wondering, how did I come up with 42 awards for the CQ DX contest? There are 6 bands. There are assisted and unassisted categories. You can enter any band as that you want to go for an award. You upload your whole log, and under the place where it says band, you put what band you're going to apply for. If you think you had a good run on 20 meters and you were working 15 and 10 and 40 and 80, but you had an excellent run on 20, you might just submit the whole log and then list under band 20 meters. The Cabrillo people, the sponsors, they'll pull out all the 20-meter contacts, recompute the score for 20 meters, and then place you in line for any award that may be due at that time. That takes care of the national awards. Now on the states. That's a very interesting one. Every state has a contest. And I find that there's very few people that actually send in their logs on these contests. South Carolina has a beautiful certificate that they give. And I started collecting state certificates, and some of them are pretty good. This is South Carolina's. The next one I think is Florida, very plain Jane. And there is our own state, Washington State, on the salmon run, which they change every year. So I started collecting, running in the state contest, and it doesn't make a difference how many contacts you make, send in the log. You may or may not win your state. Oddly enough, I have won many state contests, and I don't know whether I'm the only Washington state or whether I'm just had more contacts than the other ones, but there's an award that you can pick up and hang on paper. And some of the state's awards are very, very sharp looking, just like our own state award. Okay, let's go on down to special awards. In Washington, we have the Totem Award. Back up, there we go. That's one of the state awards that if you've worked the salmon run, the odds are very great that you have enough contacts to qualify for the Totem Award. Every state has their own state award that you can go for. Like Arizona, you work all the counties in Arizona, and you can get the Arizona Counties Award. There is something like 2,200 counties in the United States, and you can work all the state contests and try and get all the counties. There are people who have worked all of the counties 2 or 3 times and have gotten those awards. That next one. There's Hiram Percy is a special kind of award that ARRL came out with. You had to work so many so many contacts. They only did this 3 times. This is one of the 3 awards that I got from that I worked that special award. The next one is what the Great Lakes Award. Now, if you have worked all of the states, you have gotten the Great Lakes Award. The Great Lakes Award says you have to work and confirm all the contacts on all the states bordering the Great Lakes plus Canada. So if you have worked all states, all you have to do is apply for this award if you got a Canada in there too, and you've got the Great Lakes Award. See how easy it is to get these awards? They just come flowing through. This is the Irish Award. It was a participation award. It didn't start out that way. They were looking for people to be Irish stations here in the U.S. and kind of set up a run and handle the Irish ceremonies for them. And I agreed to do that. And for that, they were going to issue a special award to us. It never came. And all they did was send out a participation award. And I haven't participated in that since because they didn't follow through with what they were going to do. The next one is a Canada Award. Canada had a special award that they put out. Now, when you have these special awards, there's numerous special awards. There's the Lighthouse Award. There's Grid Straight Awards. There's the list is endless. And on the links that I've supplied here, you can go to that link and you can get a list of all the awards available, including the Great Lakes Award. and how you can apply for them, applications, and who to go. As with any award, you want to check and make sure that the sponsor of the award is still available before you start shipping off money and cards on them. Sometimes they are not always available. There's an outfit, a fellow by his call is Kilowatt One Bravo Victor, and he has a DX award ceremony, and he sells a book which is about 260 pages listing all of the awards in the world. But he also has an online website that you can go to and also pick them up there online on his website for free. This here, I got to thank Doug for this. I've talked to Doug a number of times, and one day in a contest, I got him, and he says, that's a nice call you have. And it didn't dawn on me until after the contest was over that the Delta Golf, and I got Delta Golf. And I thought, there must be an award for people who have the same two letters. And sure enough, there was. It's called the Gemini Award. And the fellow who is in charge of that, he has it in 3 stages: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And you have to work 3 calls with the same 2 letters of your call in each of those categories. I've got now up to gold. I need 2 more for the gold award, and then I'll have that. So that was kind of interesting. I thank Doug for making that comment, because it got me to thinking there's got to be other DGs out there. And sure enough, Argentina, Brazil, and of course, all throughout the United States, almost every call area has a Delta Golf out there. So look at your call, and if you got somebody that has the same matching, get a card. This one here is kind of interesting, and then I'm going to be wrapping this up here. I was holding court one day at a pileup, and this station busted the pileup, and he asked if I'd be willing to work with him while he tested some mobile antennas. And I said, sure, I got a few minutes. I mean, we only have 600 people in the pileup here waiting to get on. And so we did a couple of tests with his antennas. He thanked me, and I thanked him, and moved on to the pileup. Well, usually after when I do a holding court, I go back and I look up everybody's call on their QRZ and kind of get a little background. If there's a new hand in there, I'll send them a card with a note saying, oh, this is your first card. You don't have to send me one. When I got to this one and I seen who it was, I almost fell out of my chair. This is Martin, who's the owner of MFJ. I did not know that at the time when I was talking to him. So that was kind of a pleasant surprise. But those are some of the fun things that you can do for collecting cards. There is a whole list of links of collecting cards. If you have any questions, I'd be willing to answer them. QRZ has awards on their site. There's 10 awards that you can pick up on their site. EQSL, they have many awards on their site that you can pick up. I started collecting EQSL and then found out that their contacts are no good towards AWL awards and vice versa. So I let that go. If you have a logging program, M3FJP, AC log, it will track all of these different awards, the grids awards, the county awards, the states awards, zones awards. So that's it. Go collect, go to the dollar store, buy a bunch of picture frames, and start decorating your wall. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Mel?